morning.
Welcome to Greek Mythology 2024, everyone. We're always excited fifth graders are going to fit you. All of you are leaning in, you're like, oh, this is going to be us in a couple mornings. This is so exciting. I love the fact that we are now officially in the Fifth Avenue building and we get to use this auditorium for all of our presentations, which is so much fun. This, of course, for fifth graders is a culminating project of their time in the LMS. It's of our cross-curricular projects, which are always multidisciplinary. So there's dance, there's music, speech and drama, there's humanities. It intersects with a bunch of subjects. Art, so please take a look at the artwork done by your students, which is really beautiful. I thought these just get better and better over time. I would like to introduce Class 5 student Abigail Adams, who's going to introduce the Class 5A Greek course this morning for us.
Welcome parents, teachers, and students. Thank you for coming to share in our Class 5 presentation on mythology. Theater can be traced all the way back to ancient Greece, where it originated as a religious ritual honoring the god Dionysus. Our modern theater borrows much from ancient Greece, including technical design, physical comedy, and stories of heroes and heroines who go on epic journeys. The Greeks valued the power of the spoken word, which was their main method of storytelling. The course was a group of actors who described and commented upon the main action of a play with song, dance, and recitation. Here at Marymount, we also love to share our creative and powerful voices through storytelling and spoken word. Today, we will reenact for you 4 myths: the myth of Arachne, the myth of Daedalus and Icarus, the myth of Pandora, and the myth of Persephone. So please, join me in welcoming the Marymount Greek Chorus to the stage.
Of the world around.
They were transfixed by the power of volcanoes.
Ooh, lava!
The change of seasons.
After the long, cold winter, the leaves and the flowers began to bloom. And in the summer, the sun's blazing hot, and you can go to the beach and catch a gnarly wave, dude.
And they were amazed by the stars that lit up the nighttime sky. And so the citizens of ancient Greece created gods and goddesses, each with powers, each with stories to explain all of life's mysteries.
The gods and goddesses lived together on Mount Olympus,
A mountain so high that no human could see their activity.
At the start there was Gaia.
I am Gaia, source of all light. I came out of the darkness so long ago that no one knows how and no one knows when.
There was her grandson Zeus.
I am Zeus, the most powerful of all gods. My weapon is the lightning bolt. With it I can govern the skies and the earth and secure my place as the most powerful of all gods.
He's all about that bolt,
More thunder! Zeus had 2 brothers. I am Poseidon, god of the sea. My weapon is the trident. When I strike the ground, the waves rise up high in the sky.
I am Theseus, son of the god Poseidon. I am famous for slaying the fearsome Minotaur.
I am Hades, god of the underworld. My weapon is the cap of invisibility. With it, I can sneak up on enemies without being seen. Shh.
I'm Demeter, goddess of fertility. I tend to the fields and flowers with my daughter Persephone.
I am Hestia, the keeper of all hearth and fires of the world.
I'm Hera, the goddess of marriage and family, and I'm also Zeus's wife.
Zeus shared his throne on Mount Olympus with his brothers and sisters and all of their children. Together they served as the major gods and goddesses of ancient Greece.
You should have seen their family reunions.
I am Ares, son of Zeus, god of war. I'm usually very busy and always have my sword and shield by my side.
I'm Aphrodite, goddess of love. People love to paint my picture.
I'm Hermes, herald and messenger of all gods. I just bring the news, I don't make it.
I'm Persephone, daughter of Demeter and goddess of spring. It's nice to be back from the underworld. More on that later.
I'm Athena, the goddess of wisdom and arts. I'm a real headache to my father Zeus.
I'm Apollo, son of Zeus and the god of the sun. You should thank me for all your lovely tans.
I'm Dionysus, the youngest of the gods and god of wine. I'm so popular, I get invited to all the parties and celebrations. Woo! The gods and goddesses had wonderful times on Mount Olympus. They feasted on ambrosia and nectar, which heightened their immortality. Eat up.
But in addition to all their powers, the Greek god and goddesses had many human flaws, like jealousy, curiosity, and greed.
The people of ancient Greece did their best to keep these gods and goddesses happy.
They believed that when there was a thunderstorm, the gods were in the middle of a heated argument.
And when it was sunny, that meant the gods were getting along.
Although the humans could never get to the top of Mount Olympus, the gods would often descend down to earth disguised as humans or animals.
They were mischievous gods and couldn't help but cause trouble.
Who? Us?
Today we share 4 stories.
All of them lessons about what happens when you anger the gods.
We proudly present the Greek myths.
Athena was the daughter of Zeus. After Zeus swallowed her mother, the goddess Metis, Athena sprang forth from her father's head. Fully grown and wearing the armor and helmet that her mother had made while inside Zeus's body. Athena was wise and strong, the goddess of wisdom, and Zeus's favorite child.
My dear Athena, you are my most treasured child. I will grant you any wish you desire. Simply ask and it shall be so.
Though I am the goddess of wisdom, I long for creativity as well. Kind Father, bless me with the gift of artistry, and I shall be content.
Zeus kept his promise, and Athena became a master of craftsmanship and the goddess to artists. She was the inventor of the loom and presented her gifts for all mankind to enjoy.
With this invention, I shall create exquisite tapestries using colors from the universe and threads spun from the softest clouds, red from the sunset and blue from the night sky.
Everyone in Greece worshipped the artistry of Athena until one day a young maiden, the prouder Acne, challenged the goddess.
Excuse me, who dares challenge the goddess Athena?
Patience, please, I'm just getting to that. Arachne was a young girl who lived in Lydia, famous for its purple dye. Her joy was weaving, and she wore the most beautiful clothes anyone had ever seen.
Look at my craftsmanship. I can leap at my artwork and the skill of my hands. I'm the best weaver in the world, well, since the world began. In fact, call me crazy, but I think I'm better than Athena herself.
Oh no!
Athena heard this, of course. The gods are always very quick to hear criticism, and even swifter to act against it. Athena was hurt and dismayed by Arachne's words, for she truly cherished mortals and only wished for their betterment. However, this disrespect could not go unpunished.
You foolish child, you do not know how foolish you are.
Athena disguised herself as an old woman and went down to earth to Arachne's house. She met with Arachne and gave the opportunity to correct her mistake.
Your work is beautiful, child, but do you dare compare yourself to the goddess Athena? Why not be content to be the best among the mortals and leave the work of the gods to the gods themselves?
Well, because I'm better than the gods, let Athena herself come and measure her skill against mine.
And with that, the goddess Athena threw off her disguise.
Foolish Arachne, you are a vain girl. I'm the goddess Athena, the very goddess you dare to mock. Your wish has come to pass. Sit down at your spindle and let us compete. Your own villagers will be the judge and jury. 7 days from now, you shall set your spindle in the meadow, and I shall set mine in place, and we shall have a contest. If you win, I shall refrain from any punishment. If I win, it is your life.
On the day of competition, Arachne and Athena sat at their looms to begin their work. For days the two spun their crafts. The villagers came from near and far to witness this magical sight. Though Arachne's loom produced a rich and beautiful canvas, it was no match for the goddess Athena, who seemed to weave the very sky into her fabric.
Athena! 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 Athena!
Please, goddess, dear goddess, please forgive me for my vanity. It is you are the greatest in craftsmanship. Please spare my humble little life.
Though you are a proud girl, you are in fact talented. I shall spare your life. But since you seem to enjoy weaving so very much, you shall spend the rest of your life weaving forever, so that you may never forget the fate of those who befalls the gods.
And with that, Athena changed Arachne into a spider.
Go on, foolish girl. Spin your thread and weave your empty net forever.
And that is why spiders are called arachnids, or those who know the best.
The myth of Daedalus and Icarus. Daedalus was a Greek inventor, architect, and craftsman of marvelous skill.
Why, thank you.
He is credited with inventing carpentry, including tools like the axe, the saw, and glue. He is said to have been the first to invent sails and masts for the ships in King Minos' navy.
I also carved statues with such precision they appear to be living and moving themselves.
Excuse me, I'm in charge of the narration.
You can tell the whole thing.
Well, the title of the myth is Daedalus and Icarus, so yes.
Can we change the ending? I don't like what happens.
Whose fault is that? Among Daedalus' most famous inventions, a wooden bowl for Queen Pasiphae and a labyrinth.
Which is a complicated maze. Once you enter, good luck finding your way out.
The labyrinth was designed to imprison the Minotaur, a fearsome creature of Crete who had the body of a man and the head and tail of a bull. Minotaur, that's your cue.
Roar.
Can you be more fearsome?
I'm a minotaur. Hear me roar. Roar.
You're supposed to be a gruesome monster!
Adoption is for children. I don't want to scare them.
But you eat children, Athenian children.
Oh, come on. I'm deeply misunderstood. No one loves me. Everyone is scared of me. No one feeds me. Except for the occasional batch of human sacrifices. But don't judge. Minotaurs gotta eat.
Regardless of the creature you see on stage before you, the Minotaur was terrifying, pacing around the labyrinth, always angry and hungry. Can you please pace and growl a little bit?
Grr. Grr.
You're really letting me down here.
I gotta be me, narrator.
Moving right along then. One year, Theseus, a great Athenian hero, disguised himself and volunteered to join the 14 Athenian children who were going to be sent into the labyrinth and sacrificed to the Minotaur.
Save us, Theseus, save us!
I, Theseus, son of the god Poseidon, will not fail you.
The children were sent into the maze, and Theseus, with the help of Daedalus,
Unwind this magical ball string as you go so you can find your way back out. Also, here are a couple tips for finding your way to the center.
Thanks, Big D.
Better have your sword ready to go. You don't want to get eaten by the Minotaur.
Some versions of the story say I use my bare hands to kill the monster. That's more dramatic.
Don't be reckless and impulsive.
Recklessness, impulsiveness, my fatal flaws. But don't worry, I got this.
Theseus wandered into the labyrinth, the sound of crying, terrified Athenian children echoing throughout the dark and endless maze.
Save us, Theseus, save us!
The Minotaur was starving and began to prowl in search of delicious Athenians.
You know, I'd be fine with a nice Greek salad. Does anyone know if Grubhub will deliver to a remote island in the Mediterranean?
You don't eat salad, stop it! Theseus used the magical string and followed Daedalus' tips on how to get to the center of the maze.
Here comes dinner.
I, Theseus, son of the god Poseidon, greatest Athenian to ever live, am here to slay you, wretched, horrifying beast.
No need for all that name calling. Minotaur's feelings too.
And with that, Theseus killed the Minotaur!
Really? That's it? That's what you call a character arc? Come on, can't I have another scene or two?
Sorry, that's how the myth goes.
Die! Die! Die!
Take it easy. I'm dead. I'm dead. Sheesh. No respect.
Once the Minotaur was dead, Theseus followed the magical string back out of the labyrinth, gathering up the Athenian children as he went.
Theseus, 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 Theseus,
He boarded the ship with the children and King Minos' daughter, the Cretan princess Ariadne. King Minos was furious when he discovered that the Minotaur was dead and his daughter was gone.
The Minotaur is dead?
Hello, what about me?
Excuse me?
I'm Ariadne, daughter of King Minos and Queen Pat.
I said that already. You're on the ship with Theseus. Sailing away?
I'm the one Theseus came to for help. That scene with Theseus and Daedalus? Nope, never happened. It was me.
This is a myth. Technically, none of this happened.
I'm the one who gave Theseus the sword and the strength to slay the Minotaur.
Great. Ariadne helped Theseus by holding a ball of string. Now sail away.
Theseus never would have conquered that amazing monster without me.
Thank you for setting the record straight. On with the story.
You're not going to give me any more stage time? You got a lot of dudes in this play. My story is essential to this myth. And I'm going to marry the god Dionysus.
We don't have time for that. This is the myth of Daedalus and Icarus.
Icarus hasn't even entered yet. How many pages into the script are you?
Hi, I'm Icarus!
This kid? Seriously?
Hi, I'm Icarus!
What about the scene when Theseus abandons me at the island of Naxos? I'm prepared to give you real tears when I've discovered I've been left behind. Look!
We need to move on. Welcome, Icarus, son of Daedalus.
I was the mistress of the labyrinth, and some even say I was a great goddess of Crete, but Icarus, really, I'm out of here.
As I was saying, King Minos was furious when he discovered what had happened.
The Minotaur is dead. My daughter Ariadne left with Theseus. How did any of this happen? I need answers. No one knows the secrets of the labyrinth. No one.
No one, that is, except the designer of that brilliant, the designer of that brilliant, magnificent maze.
Who are you talking about? You know who did this?
Starts with a D, ends with an S, and rhymes with Aeschylus.
Who?
Sort of. Wait, no, Pegasus. Rhymes with Pegasus.
No idea. No idea.
Daedalus. It's Daedalus.
Daedalus! Did you help Theseus?
Well, I gave him a ball of string.
You gave me the ball of string.
Right, thanks. I gave Ariadne the ball of string, who in turn gave it to Theseus.
A magical ball of string.
Daedalus, I must punish you and your son.
Hi, I'm Icarus!
I know who you are! Daedalus, I love the labyrinth you designed. Really amazing work, but you have betrayed me. You and your son will now be imprisoned in this labyrinth forever.
I know the way out.
My men will guard the entrance. My ships will guard the sea. There is no way for you to escape.
With that, King Minos departed, leaving Daedalus and his son Icarus in the labyrinth with no way out.
And then what? Go ahead, narrator. Whoa, Dad, this cliff is super high up. Look at the view. Narrator, where are you? Look, Dad, I can balance on the edge. Icarus, move away from the edge of the cliff. What are we going to do now, Dad? I need to think. Ew, I'm going to go explore the labyrinth now that the Minotaur's dead. No, you're not. Dad, why are you so boring? Icarus, please, I'm trying to think of a plan. Icarus, you understand I'm doing this because I'm trying to keep you safe, because I love you. Now, please be still for a moment. I need to think of a plan. Wow, check these out, Dad. These must have come from a huge bird. Look at me. Let me see those. What is it? Icarus, help me collect as many of these as you can. What are you doing? Gather more feathers and tree branches, anything you can find.
For days, Daedalus worked, using bird feathers, branches from trees, and wax to build his latest and greatest invention.
What is it? What did you make? Whoa! Wings? Yes. Now come over here. Let me attach yours. How do I look? Perfect. Now help me attach mine.
There was no way out through the complicated maze with the entrance blocked, and Daedalus knew that even if he and Icarus could scale the dangerous rock face down to the ocean, King Minos' men would catch them, which meant
We're gonna fly out of here.
no human had ever overcome the force of gravity to soar through the air like a bird. If anyone was capable of such a creation, it was Daedalus.
Let's go! Wait. You have to listen to me. If you fly too close to the water, the weight of If you fly too close to the water, the wings will get wet, and the weight of the wings will pull you into the sea.
Got it, let's go.
I'm not done yet. I've crafted these wings with wax. If you fly too close to the fiery heat of the sun, the wax is going to melt, destroying the wings.
I love my wings! I'm a bird! I'm a bird!
Are you listening to me?
Be careful, I know. Can we fly now?
All right, follow me.
And for the first time ever, humans took flight.
Look at me, Dad! Yes!
Down below, the citizens of Crete looked up and witnessed this impossible sight.
Look at me! Icarus, you're flying too high. I'm gonna die on Mount Olympus! Yes!
Icarus flew higher and higher.
Icarus, you're flying too high. The wax is gonna melt.
And higher, still until he was only a tiny speck in the sky.
I'm a god!
As he flew closer and closer to the fiery heat of the sun, the wax holding the feathers and branches together melted. The wings quickly disintegrated.
Icarus! No! No!
Icarus fell into the sea, disappearing under the water. Daedalus couldn't do anything. Icarus had ignored his warning and fallen from the sky. Daedalus wept for his son, but kept flapping his wings, eventually arriving in Sicily. He would forever be haunted by his son's Icarus' failure to heed his warning.
Well, that was fun.
Ariadne, you're still here?
I never left. I've been sitting right over there the whole time.
This myth is over.
Just think, you all could have seen the wedding of Ariadne and Dionysus. Dionysus, god of wine and theater. Now that was a good reception.
That's how the story goes. It always ends with Icarus falling into the sea.
Ariadne, look me up, people.
The end! The end! Time for the next myth.
The crowds would cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my faith. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. Like a shooting star, I can go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I'll be where you are till I find my
The myth of Pandora. While the gods sat on Mount Olympus, feasting on nectar, there was a young titan, Prometheus, who yearned to make the world of mortals wiser and better than it had ever been before. There came a time when Prometheus challenged Zeus and asked him why he refused to give the human world fire.
With fire, humans will be able to warm themselves and cook their harvest and nourish their families. Without it, they are no better off than beasts.
Fire is only for the gods. It is far too powerful for lowly mortals. They will only misuse it. Or worse, they become strong and wise like us, and after a while they might drive us from our kingdom. Sorry, but the answer is no.
And what if I asked Hestia directly? After all, she's the keeper of the hearth. Surely she'd listen to reason.
I have given you your answer. Do not cross me, Prometheus.
But Prometheus was a proud titan, and he was determined to help the mortals. So he climbed to the top of Mount Olympus and stole an ember from the sacred heart of Hestia. Prometheus gave fire to the humans, providing them with new warmth, strength, and power.
I'm sorry that I betrayed you, but when I saw those mortals shivering at night, forced to eat raw meat, I had no choice but to intervene.
This cannot go unpunished. From this day forward, you shall be forever chained to this rock.
You mean forever? Like, actually forever?
It won't be so bad. You're allowed to have visitors.
Zeus was also angry with the mortals for accepting the embers and decided he would punish them as well. No longer would they live in blissful shadows of the gods.
Let them keep their fire. I'll make them 10 times more miserable than they were before they had it.
Since Zeus was a clever god, he devised a clever punishment. The punishment for mortals would take the form of a beautiful woman, the first woman on earth.
I'll create a gift for the earth, a beautiful girl. She'll look like our own Aphrodite and be blessed with a gift from each of the gods. Hephaestus, god of craftsmanship, I order you to mold this girl out of clay. Aphrodite, crown her with jewels and beauty. Athena, give her wisdom and craft. Apollo, teach her how to sing. And I will give her the greatest of all human gifts, curiosity. And we shall name her Pandora, which means all gifted.
When Pandora was ready to be given to the earth, Zeus ordered Hermes to present her with one final gift.
I present to you, Pandora, your final gift, this beautiful box.
Wow, how did you know I wanted a box?
Take it with you to Earth, but under no circumstances may you ever open it.
Wait, why? What's inside the box?
Just promise me you'll never open it.
Gotta go. Earth's probably waiting for me.
And so, Pandora is placed on earth. Zeus took vengeance by presenting Pandora to Prometheus' twin brother, Epimetheus. Prometheus had warned Epimetheus to beware of Zeus.
Brother, beware of Zeus, he's gonna try and trick you.
But Epimetheus was so struck by Pandora's beauty, he forgot all prior warnings.
Brother, hello, over here, still chained to this rock. Brother,
Do you hear something?
No, must be the wind.
brother, remember me, remember me.
You are a gracious and forgiving God indeed for presenting me with such a beautiful wife. I thought you would have it out of me after my brother disobeyed you.
All is forgiven. Good luck in your new life together. Trust me, you'll need it.
Pandora is a blessed young woman, now happily married, and with every gift a mortal could ask for. But she was not perfectly happy. As the days passed, she could not stop thinking about what might be inside that box.
How I wish I could open it. I know I have everything, but if I could just have a little glimpse of what's inside, I know my life could be complete.
I'm sorry, but I cannot let you. My own brother disobeyed the gods, and look what happened. It's for your own good, my dear wife.
It was not long before Zeus's gift of curiosity finally got the best of Pandora, and she could no longer wait to see what was inside the box. In the middle of the night, Pandora snuck out of her house and crept into the garden. She carefully placed the box on the ground.
It's only a box. Besides, who will ever know?
Carefully, Pandora took out a little key and opened the mysterious box of the gods. No sooner had she opened it than a terrible wind came forth, and out from the box flew a swarm of human miseries. Greed,
Mine, it's all mine.
slander,
I'm not the one to gossip, but a little birdie told me.
vanity,
Enough about you. What do you think of me?
and all the other evils that the world had been spared of until that moment. Horrified at what she had done, she desperately tried to contain the miseries and put them back into the box.
Pandora, what have you done? Close the box!
But it was too late. She had lost all of them but one. Pandora clapped the lid onto the box before hope had a chance to fly away.
Hope. At least I still have hope.
So even though Pandora made her tragic mistake and released some miseries into the world, she was able to save hope. And that is why, though the world is not perfect and miseries do occur, we still hang on to tomorrow, always filled with the hope that things will get better with time. The myth of Persephone. As the goddess of fertility, Demeter was in charge of all the fields and crops, and assured the earth of good harvest and abundant life. Zeus was very fond of Demeter and appreciative of all she did for the earth, and so he made Demeter his wife. Together they had a beautiful daughter, who they named Persephone. Persephone brought Demeter so much joy that she never let her daughter out of her sight. When Demeter went to the earth to look after her fields and trees, she brought Persephone with her.
Come, Persephone, my cherished child, let us sprinkle the flowers with the dewdrops of heaven.
Persephone was raised among the flowers and is even told that she looked like a flower herself. It was she who named all the flowers in the world. Since you are as bright as the sun, you shall be called the sunflower. You are as delicate as the wind, and I shall name you Daisy.
She would dance and laugh in the fields, and with her laughter came much happiness and sunshine from the gods. And it was this laughter that caught the attention of Hades, the god of the underworld.
Who dares wake me up from my beauty sleep? Now Hades was known to be a gloomy and grumpy god, and one who kept mostly to himself, hidden in the caves of the underworld. But hearing the laughter of Persephone suddenly stirred love in his heart. What's this feeling that's come over me? Why is my crown turning upside down? I feel happy. Oh, how I wish I could have this girl as my wife to bring her laughter to my tedious days.
But Hades knew that Demeter would never part with her beloved daughter, and so he devised a mischievous plan to capture the beautiful girl.
Mother, the sun is so high in the sky today. Please let me gather flowers in the meadow.
My dear, you know I desire to grant you every last request, but there's more danger in the world than your young heart can know.
I promise that I will return before dark. The flowers are so beautiful and plentiful, and I will make the most beautiful crown for you.
Very well, Persephone, but do not travel far or rest behind trees where I cannot see you.
Thank you, Mother. I will do as you say. But in her excitement, Persephone forgot to heed her mother's warnings. She strayed too far for her mother to see her.
Closer, closer, closer.
And here in the flattest part of the meadow, the ground split open.
In an instant, Hades reached up from the underworld and snatched the girl, trapping her down below. The ground quickly covered up the hole, and silence fell upon the land. Demeter realized instantly that something was wrong and called out urgently for her daughter.
Persephone, Persephone, where are you? Come back, Persephone!
Persephone had vanished without a trace, and Hades led the frightened girl to his home in the underworld.
Do not be afraid, Persephone. You will grow to be happy here.
How can I ever be happy in a home such as this, where the sun will never again touch my skin?
I will give you any gift your heart desires. I will give you a throne of black marble. I will give you all the jewels you could ever want. You shall be the queen of the underworld.
I have no use for cold jewels. I love the warmth of the summer air and the delicacy of the flowers. They are my jewels. I don't want to be queen of the underworld. I want to be with my mother.
Enough complaining. What's done is done. You must remain with me now. In time, you'll grow to be happy here.
This might take a little longer than I thought.
In the meantime, Demeter had talked with all the birds and discovered what happened to her precious daughter. Enraged, she went to the god Zeus. You know, I'm especially fond of you, Demeter. I glide the earth with rain when your fields are thirsty, but what is it you ask of me now?
Your brother Hades has stolen our daughter and dragged her down to the underworld to be his queen. You must rescue her immediately. Justice. Justice must be had.
Please, calm yourself. Though we've had our differences, Hades is a powerful god and will make a good husband for our daughter. I cannot make such a demand on my own brother.
But he has stolen her unfairly.
I admit, his wooing is a little abrupt, but she will be well taken care of.
Anyone but Hades. Persephone is a flower child, daughter of morning. No ray of sunlight ever pierces that dark hole he calls his kingdom. She will wither and die.
Don't be absurd. She is the daughter of Zeus. She will survive.
And with that, Zeus dismissed his wife, tired of her pleading. But Demeter's sorrow was uncontrollable, and she wept day after day for her daughter. Weeks passed, and Zeus began to receive complaints from the mortals. Crops were dying, soil was dry, and no buds were blooming.
I realize I have not been entirely fair. Can we find some compromise?
As long as my daughter is away, I will weep. As I am the goddess of fertility, while she is gone, nothing will grow, no tree will bear fruit, and no grass will spring. I will mourn, and the earth will grow as dry and shriveled as my heart.
Somehow, I don't think that is going to ease the mortals. Very well, she will be allowed to leave Hades as long as Persephone hasn't eaten the food of the underworld. If she has, you understand there is nothing I can do. She'll have to remain there forever. I'll send Hermes to rescue Persephone and bring her home to you.
I'm certain she is not. Her soul will be too heavy to eat.
But in fact, Persephone had been grown weak with hunger. And though nothing grew in the underworld, there was one single tree that bloomed in Hades' garden.
Come, Persephone, and taste of my pomegranate tree. I am sure you have never tasted such sweet, juicy fruit.
That is very kind of you to share the fruit of your only tree. Perhaps I have underestimated you after all.
In truth, the cunning Hades knew that once she had taken a bite from the pomegranate, she would never be able to return to Earth's surface.
Two, three, 4, 5,
6. Persephone had eaten 6 seeds when Hermes finally arrived to take her back to Earth.
Persephone, your father Zeus has declared that you will return to your mother, where the land blooms under the blessing of the sun.
Thank you, Hermes. I knew my mother would not leave me here for eternity.
But Hades interrupted before their departure.
Not so fast, my friends. Persephone has eaten the fruit of the underworld. She has eaten 6 seeds. She must remain with me for 6 months of the year. She may return to Earth for now, but I will see you soon again, my dear.
Hades smiled as she watched Persephone leave, for he knew that she would be returning to him. When Demeter saw her daughter again, she ran to her with joy.
My dear daughter, never again shall we be parted. Together we'll make nature bloom all year round.
I'm sorry, Demeter, but it cannot be. Persephone has eaten of the pomegranate, 6 seeds.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I will have to return to the underworld for 6 months every year. It is my punishment.
How I shall cry without you.
Mother, do not cry. We must be happy for the time that we have.
You have raised our daughter well, Demeter. Persephone is wise beyond her years. Listen to her advice and let's put this drought and famine to an end.
Very well. When you are here with me, I shall be happy and smile upon the earth, and everything will bloom in my joy. But for the 6 months you are gone, I shall weep, and the earth will weep with me. During that time, nothing shall grow, and the earth shall grow as hard and dry as my heart.
And that is why there are seasons. My summer and winter are as they are.
For when Persephone returns to her mother in the spring, the sun shines, and when she returns to Hades in the fall, the earth must sleep under frost.
Together the charcoal drawings that you'll see inspired by what the girls studied at the Met. Miss Gunther, our music teacher, Miss Kim, our